recording at all. But even if they do it over Zoom, it's really complicated for them to issue the CE. So they don't typically do that. But good question.
Yeah.
All right. Next slide, please. Hey, Realtor Day is coming Monday, July 31st. Is this on everybody's radar? Yeah. Are you all planning on going? Why not?
Like a bus full of my women real estate investors.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay, fun.
Yeah, some of them are tickets, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's a few agents.
Oh, fun.
We will be there, but we're gonna all go.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Be there.
Yeah, what time will you guys be at the booth?
We are gonna be in the VIP area from 2:30 to, I think it goes till 6:30, the VIP tent, yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So come by, I'll be there, Trina will be there, come say hi
There
to
is
us.
VIP.
There's a VIP tent. Yeah. Yeah. But it's for everybody. They'll be in the tent, but it's
Yeah.
welcome to. The VIPs are the realtors that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a great way to meet all the realtors you haven't seen throughout the year, or people you've done business with and you just haven't had a conversation with them, and it's a lighthearted moment, and it's really a lot of fun. It's also a great way to build your downline. So if you're having conversations with people and they're complaining about how their business or how their career or whatever's going, it's a great way to set up a meeting with Kareem. So keep that in mind too. I would definitely use it as a networking opportunity, because when you're out of that business environment, where you're on the phone, you're dealing with a listing or an offer or whatever it is, and you're just having a casual conversation with clients, you learn a lot more than you would otherwise. And so anyway, I would keep an ear open if you go.
It's also a great social media posting.
Oh, good point.
To talk about like post live.
Best point.
Post that you're checking with the Street of Dreams.
Yeah.
And you could also, because this happens at the beginning of Street of Dreams, towards the beginning, so you could also say to your clients, does anybody want to come? And then buy them a ticket to come with you.
Yeah.
A different.
Yeah.
Today I would be going, I'd probably take 150 pictures and I would drip them out through the rest of the year.
Mhm.
You know, this fantastic new light fixture I've never seen before, this beautiful fireplace, this great deck, this great water feature, like anything that jumps out to you that you think your people would like, that could be part of your social media for the rest of the year. So you don't have to think of things to post. You can post around a concept that people might say, where'd you see that? You know, and you can evoke a response from your following. Did I say that right?
Yep, I like it. I was really proud for a second.
Well, I've seen the map of the layout of this year, and it's gonna be way better this year than it was last year. Last year, was
Successful.
last year was terrible.
It was very hilly.
It was extremely hilly. This looks like it's back on brand, so it should be a lot of fun. I plan on being there. I'm not sure how much the day I'll be there. Maybe the whole day. We'll see. Next slide, please, Sid. Oh, look at that. So, real estate to riches. Learn how to save, invest, leverage, and multiply your wealth for your financial freedom with our own Dwight Schwab. This is gonna be a great class. Can't wait to go. 11 to 1 on the 3rd. It's gonna be hosted by Lawyer's Title. There'll be lunch included as well. Dwight, would you like to say anything?
I would just say this is
Leave something for the class.
well, this is my 4-part series combined. So now it's down in 2 hours. I'm eliminating some things and condensing it. So there's going to be a lot of really, really valuable information. If you've ever thought about investing in real estate, to me, this is a course I would have really loved to have seen about 20 times in my life.
Yeah.
For all the things that I've learned doing this investing. So it's open. Bring your friend. If you have somebody that wants to know about this, I know Cameron's planning on bringing someone, and my wife is thinking she might come because sometimes she doesn't remember the things that we've done in our marriage in terms of exchanges, real estate. Keep your mind clean. And in real estate investing, sometimes, it's my field of excellence, and so we're doing reverse exchanges, and sometimes it can be a little bit daunting if you're not familiar with it. But at the very least, you're going to learn concepts that you didn't know that you're going to be able to explain to your clients when you want to talk to them about buying investment.
Exactly. You can use
That's
it.
the least.
You can use it to get a client to do something in an investment property they wouldn't have done otherwise, and then you can invest the money you earned in that for yourself and building your own wealth along the way. So great class.
What's that?
Amen to that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've added some additional enhancements to things like the time value of money and the future value calculations, which you can all do now because there's apps on the phone that make it super easy to do. And I think it's really critical if you're going to try and save and invest in your life to understand both of those. So
Awesome. Thank you, Dwight.
you're welcome. And CE credits now.
And it's secrets. Yes, true.
For the picnic? No.
No, I tried. Look, I tried.
It's like.
Yeah, I
Yes.
really tried.
Yes, for the picnic,
Yeah,
just for you.
right. I sent it to the real estate board. I was like, we're gonna have Jello shots. We're gonna have. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. From around the world. And they said no. They said no. So we dropped the Jello shots. I'm sorry. All right. So picnic. All right. So the annual summer picnic, music, food, drinks, and games, Langdon Farms Golf Club, Friday, August 4th. So the day at we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. So next week is packed. You got Realtor Day on Monday, you've got Dwight's class on Thursday, and you've got the company picnic on Friday. What a fantastic week. It's like I'll be on vacation all week,
Yeah.
but I'm here working, getting paid.
That's right.
Yeah. No, looking forward to seeing you all out there. If you have not RSVP'd yet, please do. Just gives us a little bit of a hint on who's coming. But Sid, how many people were signed up the last time we saw? Like 100? 96 of y'all are coming,
And I'm registered.
and he is not registered.
We're gonna have at least 100. We'll probably have 125 people.
It should be a lot of
It'll
fun.
be fun.
Last year was a blast.
How many people in here have actually registered? Oh, more than half.
Okay,
Cool.
all right. That's pretty good.
But now that they're so steep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not coming.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes. What's that? And yeah, it's family friendly. Bring your kids. What are we gonna say, Sid? Okay, right. All right. The KW Commercial Real Estate Summit is coming up. It is part of a big week in Austin, Texas, starting on the 11th.
Wanna
I've
talk
been,
about it?
it's great. Welcome up.
You're going, right?
I'm going. I'll
Yeah.
be with you on the same flight.
Okay, yeah, you're in the front of the plane. Yeah, so the commercial summit, it's right before mega camp. So if you plan on going, which you should, if you have not registered for that, the commercial summit, Dale Donovan B and all the, Cynthia, just the whole group that, there's a good group nationally of commercial agents that are very supportive to one another. And, right, it's just,
Yeah.
and it's a great way to build referrals. Last year, I think it might have been family reunion, but I'm pretty positive it's was mega camp. I met an agent there and we now have 3 apartment buildings under contract because
wow.
of just meeting her. She looked me up on, she's like, I think who was that? She looked me up and followed it through. So it's a great way to go if you're commercial or commercial curious, even to go and learn about how to have those conversations with your clients so that you can move the conversation forward. And just know that you have a really strong commercial team here. We have different specialties that we can help you with those conversations. You can be on the meeting with us, with your clients and help to move that forward. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's fun, and you'll be inspired and stimulated by all the things going on, different people doing different things, and at such a high level. Like there's some
Yeah.
people doing huge businesses out there in the KW ecosphere. It's really cool. Isn't it
Yeah.
cool that we can live in a world today where we can say commercial curious and not be ashamed? So cool.
That's right.
So
That's right.
nice.
The more you know about
Yeah.
this, the better.
The more you know, the
you're
better.
gonna do, the
Yes.
more trophies you're gonna collect. It's all about more ways to make money.
yeah.
So I have a question. You got your 3 listings all under contract already?
They are listed. We've,
Listed.
we've
Okay.
had some interest in them, but not under contract yet.
Okay.
So, yeah, send it off to 3 different people, 3 different parties this morning. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Did you send them to
but,
Daryl Boodle?
Not yet.
You
Yeah,
should.
Yeah,
please.
you
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should send
I
it, yeah.
talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, the summit.
Awesome. Thank you.
Ramona, if you don't know, Director of Commercial.
And followed by Mega Agent Camp. Isn't there like a golf tournament in between usually too? I don't know. Anyways, Mega Agent Camp follows,
You know, I was amazed, just to interrupt,
Yeah,
sorry.
please.
I was amazed because one of my first mega agent camps, Craig Rieger, who is a friend of mine, we were same company for many years, was going fly fishing instead of going to one of the trainings one day. It's because he had friends in Austin. He said he was going to go fly fishing that day. And I thought, oh, well, that's kind of cool, right?
That's
If
fun.
you were doing this right,
Yeah.
you'd go, I never did it, but you'd go find some of the really
Absolutely.
neat things to do in Austin and take some time
Yeah.
to go do them.
I mean, Austin's a lot of fun, guys. It's a really cool place. It's like Portland with like really, really good weather.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Probably really hot too.
It might be really hot this time of year, but it's, again, Mega Agent Camp is gonna be, it's fantastic. It's gonna be, it's kind of like family reunion, except for it's less getting together in a big room, listening to one person talk, and a lot more breakouts. The breakouts are fantastic. I love the breakouts. I think that's the best part of this company is you can go and see how other people do business in a different way than you are, and maybe you'll find a way to make your business a little bit better, to make it more efficient, to inspire you to do something you weren't going to do in the first place. I just think that's the gold of being at Keller Williams. And if you have the ability to take advantage of this, you won't regret it. So if you can go, please go.
Plus
Yeah.
referrals, like building referral connections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dwight loves that. I personally don't talk to anybody. I just go and study and put my head down.
Yeah,
But like, that's just who I am. But like, other people are outgoing. And I get that
yeah,
there's good opportunities to meet people, make relationships and get referrals. We've all talked about Megan Jumago. It's a big piece of her business, and I'm sure she'll be there. She goes to family reunions too.
Yeah.
She just builds a network of people across the
nurturing,
country.
nurturing.
Yep. And it just takes literally, it takes one sale to pay for it. So
And the weather is like right now, 100, 101, 102.
So it's amazing. The
102,
weather's great, just like I said.
99, 102. Whoa, it's like R85.
yeah.
Air conditions work really well.
They do.
Yeah,
It does.
Usually you're too cold and there's.
Yeah,
conditions in the
yes.
Thing.
Yep. All right. Thank you. On to the next. Broker Bucks program, refer a licensed agent to join our market center. And when they schedule and attend a meeting with Kareem, you will receive $200. That's all it takes, $200. So if you have anybody that you think would be a good fit for our company, please give us our contact info. We will reach out and schedule the appointment. They show up and we'll give you cash.
So if I wanted an extra $1,000 by the end of the month, I would go to Realtor Day. And I would talk to everyone I could talk to and ask them how their business is
Mhm.
going. And when they say, I'm way down from last year, to say, why are you down? Do you know why you're down? Well, would you like to talk to some people who are up for the year? So, and then set appointments, hand the names off to Kareem. You can talk, just set it up that way. That's all you have to do. Make $1,000. 5 people. That's all you have to do. She'll get an appointment too.
She's very good.
She's very good.
She's very good. Yeah. I was listening to her yesterday, talk to somebody. She's just so friendly.
Yes,
She's very good.
She's
We were sitting there going, wow, she gets a lot of houses.
yeah.
All right.
Where's Patrick?
Yeah, where is Patrick?
Can I just plug really quick?
Yeah.
Thursday is social media roundtable.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes. What
at
time?
11.
At 11? Okay, perfect. Thank you for mentioning that. Mayor Speck,
I wonder if Patrick didn't know.
Is
it was coming
now-
today.
very spec. So they've rebranded, they're in a new company. I don't know much about their transition, but typically it's because they've got a better franchise agreement or better tools. They're always looking to improve upon themselves. They're a great company. I would not hesitate to use them to do a home inspection. They do everything from a general home inspection. They can do radon metering. They can arrange for sewer scopes. They can arrange for commercial inspections, which are much more detailed. So yeah, they do it all. It's a great company. I would not hesitate to use them. Go ahead, Mark.
As a bonus, they'll do a pre-inspection, no written report, but and just for free. If you're gonna use them and you use them regularly, they'll offer a free pre-inspection for your listing. Every inspector has the overlap. They're gonna find the big items, so why not break them in early, identify that the seller gets started on addressing whatever is found.
Yeah.
Huge benefit.
Has
Yeah.
anybody done pre-inspections on homes?
Many, I've done them with him.
Under what circumstances have you guys wanted to do them?
Well, again, when the economy slows down and you don't want to sell a house 2 or 3 times before you get it closed and spend months and months trying to deal with everything, you would order a pre-inspection. And I think he charges 150. I told him on mine that I didn't want to have any reports. I just said, just go through the house and tell us what we need to have inspected. I don't want a report. And because I want to give a report to a potential buyer, and then detail a list of things that we were doing. It would be in the inspection, the disclosure, but not, in an inspection report. So, I've say check the crawl space. We want to make sure the crawl space is dry and make sure there's no dead animals in there, et cetera. All the things that come up in a crawl space. Check the attic for mold, check for ventilation and the electrical panel, things that you'll lose the deal over, right? And so we would do that and he'd be out in an hour and a half and would say, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and then he would leave. And that would alert me what I needed to do.
One thing I've noticed, every uptick in our market, we start reflecting the California hot markets more and more in the way we practice and the rhythm and cadence of a transaction. And this last uptick we had, this last surge, we started waiving inspections. In California, like you go to the Bay Area, they do pre-inspections on everything because they're waiving inspections. It makes it that much easier for the buyer to waive an inspection if you can hand them an inspection report prior to them even writing the offer. And I would imagine our next swing up, if rates drop and we have this big gathering and we have a big boom, like I'm hoping we're going to have, I think that'll be the case. And so having a pre-inspection, thinking about this, considering it, having discussions with your clients about it is probably a good idea. I used to be really negative about it. I never wanted to know. I never wanted to have the burden of disclosure from it. But the way our market's changed, I feel like it's not a burden anymore. Whatever's on that report is kind of moot because people are going to pay. They're going to pay for anyways. So
yeah, I think it's smart business. I have yet to have an owner say that they weren't willing to pay for a sewer and a radon before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we ever had a contract on the house,
Especially
and a pre-inspection. I've never been rejected on that. So to have those 3 things done, we did have a home in West Lynn and we had a sewer issue right in the middle of the driveway. We had radon problem and we had mold. We had all 3.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I never would have kept a deal together if I sold it anyway, because those are any one of those would cause the buyer to walk away.
For sure.
And so we were able to get them all taken care of before we actually had a contract. So,
You wanted to delay a closing date, come up with a sewer line issue. When the market gets busy, they can never get it done in time.
That's right.
So anyways, okay, cool. Well, that is our in-house topics for the day, but we have special guests from Virtuance on today. They're going to talk about our relationship with them and discounts and services they provide. We've chatted with them last week and they were a blast, a lot of fun, a lot of good energy. And I'm like really excited to hear what you all to say. So take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. First off, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we're going to adjust the volume on our end a little bit.
Okay, perfect. And then I also am going to share my screen. So just give me a second. And then can you guys see that screen's got a QR code on it?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Just give me the go when I'm ready for your volume.
All right,
We got
go.
that.
You're all good to go.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for that introduction and just letting me and Haley be here today. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Rachel Gombosh. I'm the Community and Content Marketing Manager here at Virtuance. And I'm just really excited to talk about this partnership with you guys and all the different benefits you're going to receive. And I also have Haley with me. She is your account executive. So what she'll be doing and kind of just the setup of this short introductory presentation or meet and greet is really, we're just here to introduce ourselves to you all, just make you aware of this partnership. We're just going to take some time to really showcase our value and why we're so different from any other professional photography company out there in the real estate industry. We're going to highlight some benefits of our partnership with you all and how you can access your exclusive partner discount on all Virtuance products and services. And then also, which is the best part, we're going to be hosting a giveaway. So just again, as a thank you guys so much for letting us be here. If you scan that QR code that you see on the screen, and what I'll actually do too for anyone who is on Zoom, let me share that same link in the chat as well. So between the link in the chat that I send for everyone joining us virtually, or if you're in person and you just want to scan that QR code, it's going to take you to your Keller Williams Portland Premier landing page. You will see a short form on there. So if you take a moment and just fill out that short form, it's going to do one of two things for you. One, it's going to activate your partnership discount. So that way you can take advantage of the discount we're offering you all. And then two, it's going to enter you to win one of 2 free shoots today. So take a moment to scan that and fill that form out. That QR code will pop up a couple different times on some slides here in a little bit. So if you don't get the chance to do it now, do it at the end. So I'll go through everything. And then if you guys have any questions joining virtually, feel free to shoot those in the chat. Haley's going to help me answer those. And then we'll just save some time at the end after I go through everything. So if anyone has any questions for us, we allocate some time to get those answered for you. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and just get started. So we are Virtuance. We are a company specializing in visual marketing and real estate photography. So our team is working extremely hard day in and day out to create consistently stunning images and visuals that are there to help you win more listings, sell your homes faster, save you time and money, improve your brand, and advance your marketing. Now, all that said, there is a secret sauce to our success. So Virtuance is different from other professional photographers in the real estate industry because we use what's called HD Real. So we spent 2.5 years researching buyer psychology. And what we were trying to figure out is what is actually making buyers click on a listing when they are sifting through a series of online photos. So through this research, we were able to then put science and data behind something that's typically considered an art form, which is the photography. Now, on the power of HD Real, we had Toby Pro, the leading eye tracking technology company, I always get that tongue-tied, conduct a study where they surveyed 100 homeowners. This was a fully immersive study. They wore those like giant virtual reality goggles, and those goggles were measuring their eye movements while they were looking at a series of real estate images. So based on those 2.5 years of research, we created our own proprietary imaging system that applies a 25-step artificial intelligence process to every single photo we deliver to you. So that provides you with magazine quality images every single time that have also been proven to receive 2 times more clicks than other professional photos, and also have been proven to hold a user's attention the longest. So all of that said, our images are really doing more than just looking pretty. They're actually attracting more attention for you and for your listing. So there's a heat map on your screen with some bubbles floating in and out. The larger heat spots that are popping up are all Virtuance images. So we were able to see that not only participants in that study were looking at our HD Real images first, but they were also holding a user's attention longer as well. And all of that's really important because ultimately at Virtuance, we want to make sure that you're getting increased showing exposure, and we want to help you create that emotional and that visceral connection with potential buyers through the visuals that you're using to market your listings. So our goal is to help you get more clicks online, so you get more feet through the door to your showings, and that ultimately at the end of the day, you can sell that property faster and for more money. Now, specifically on HD Real, I do want to just show you guys some before and after images so you can actually see what HD Real is doing. So I've got a picture of a dining room, living room space here. You see what you need to see. It kind of just shows you all that visual information, but I want to show you that same space once it's been processed through HD Real technology. So you do see quite a difference here. So let me go back to the before. So here's your professional photo. Here's your HD Real photo. Now, specifically, what exactly are you looking at? So HD Real does a ton of adjustments to the image, again, to ensure that buyers actually will click on your listing. But specifically, some adjustments that you're seeing are changes in things like white balance, which is adjusting temperatures and tints so that colors are actually showing up correctly as if you were there viewing that home in person. We're adjusting exposure and contrast and clarity. That's why the windows appear so clear here, and you can actually see outside the window. We're making changes to saturation, and then also we're doing what's called perspective correction. I love this adjustment a lot because it makes a really big difference. So just as an example, again, if I kind of go back and then back to the HD Real image, you'll see just the slightest shift in perspective. So ultimately what that's doing is we are correcting distortions that are made by shooting an image that maybe isn't square to your subject or is maybe distorted by the camera lens. So a really good example of this is like if you're trying to shoot a skyscraper, you have to tilt your camera up to get the whole skyscraper into your shot. And when you look back at your photo, you'll notice the walls of that skyscraper are turning inwards towards the center of the frame. So what perspective correction is doing is it is straightening out those walls to that building. So again, your image is being portrayed correctly. So it allows you to fix any of those distortions. Now, all of those adjustments said, HD Reel, we're not trying to cover anything up. We're not trying to lipstick anything. But ultimately what we want to do is just showcase the real beauty of a space. So again, that helps you to build that emotional connection, that visceral connection to the home through a combination of that art of photography and also backed by marketing science. So I've got one more before and after to show you. So again, we've got a picture of a living room space. You really see what you need to see here, but let's look at that same space through HD Reel. Now here we see quite a different adjustment to the perspective. And I love this before and after because it really just speaks to the quality of our network of photographers. So alongside all of those other adjustments that I had mentioned from the previous before and after, in this space, we're clearly seeing a change in the quality of the room composition or how the room is actually captured initially. So that's why there's such a big difference between the viewpoints of these photos. So we want to make sure that we are doing everything in our power to display the appropriate connections and the details, and we're highlighting all of those valuable features throughout your listing. So our nationwide network of photographers, they're all trained exactly the same to capture real estate, to capture these spaces. So they've all mastered real estate marketing. They all know how to make a room look the most appealing to a potential buyer. So we're taking those 2.5 years of research. We're then teaching it to our photographers so that they're best equipped to capture your space in the most appealing way possible, well before we even send it through our HD Reel image processing technology. So what other benefits do you receive by working with Virtuance? So to really help, I mentioned that we want to help buyers visualize themselves in those spaces. So to help them do that, what we're trying to do is really just tell a story. So having pretty pictures is great, but what good are they if they're not helping you at the end of the day to sell more listings and to benefit your business overall? So I do have just a couple of statistics to throw your way real quick. So about 96% of home buyers are viewing listings online. So everyone's online nowadays. You really need to adjust your marketing to be in that digital age. And then when it comes to viewing a home, 86% of buyers consider images to be the absolute most important factor, which really speaks to the quality of the images that you are including in any of your listing marketing. Now, on that same note, when we talk about capturing someone's attention and really holding it in, you have 6 seconds when a buyer is sifting through all of the listings online. You have 6 seconds to capture their attention and to land on your listing. And then if they do decide to further explore your listing, you only have 20 seconds of them flipping through your images before they decide to submit their information to you. So all that said, you have less than 30 seconds to capture their attention and hold it long enough that they want to inquire more about your listing. So consequently, if your images are not telling the appropriate story, then your potential buyers may not even come to see the home in person or may not even inquire about the property. So to make sure your listing has the best chance of both being seen and also being sold, we at Virtuance just want to make sure we're doing everything in our power to give it the best possible exposure. That's why we've gone the extra mile with our in-depth eye tracking study and our research and the development of HD Reel. We want to make sure that we're able to actually prove that our images are making home buyers click and view on your listings. That's why we can confidently say 88% of our clients are winning more listings, 88% of our clients are selling their listings faster, and then 92% of our clients are actually increasing their showing numbers as well.
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah.
Are these stats on the marketing material you're giving us?
I would have to actually double check on that. But if they're not, I can definitely add them in.
Yeah, I think it would be important because we have an area where we're gathering together listing material so that this could be part of a conversation that we could have with a seller.
Sure,
And
absolutely.
I think these, it's nice and bold, a super clear message. I think it would be good.
Yeah, absolutely. I can double check on that and make sure that they are in those pieces of collateral. Okay. So now what else, besides scientifically backed professional photography, what else are you getting through Virtuance? And what else are we doing to just ensure that your listings are earning the viewership and the interest that they deserve? So through Virtuance, we make all of your visual marketing needs a nice and easy streamlined process. So you can come to us for immersive solutions like virtual and 3D tours, including Matterport and 3D Home. And just here as a touch point, just because I think immersive solutions have really been on the rise over the last couple of years. We conducted a real estate marketing study this past year to just discuss what are the different trends, what are agents looking to use more throughout 2023. So we had 95% of our survey respondents. I believe we surveyed just under 500 real estate professionals. All of them are using professional photography to market their listings. What does that ultimately say? One, obviously, if you're not using professional photography, you are very behind in your marketing. But two, it actually means that professional photography is now a minimum when it comes to your listing marketing. And now it's taking even more effort to actually attract more attention. So you are needing to include 3D tours and floor plans and things like virtual staging to ensure that your listing is putting its absolute best foot forward and you're going that extra mile to make sure it actually stands out. So make sure that you really are taking some time to invest in those immersive solutions to really give buyers what they want. Because also too, one of the larger cohorts right now is the millennial market, and they're really looking for that online hands-off experience. So the more visual information you can provide up front, the better chance you have of them actually setting up an appointment for more information with you. We can also provide aerial photography and video. We've got floor plans. We've got single property listing websites. We have HD real image enhancements, which really just make our photos even better. So we've got things like virtual staging, virtual twilights. We have what we call Blue Sky Guarantee, which is really, we call it our weather insurance program. But just as an example, if it's kind of a cloudy day outside and you would prefer to have a nice, beautiful blue sky, again, to just create that extra wow factor, what we can do is on all of your exterior images, we can put in a natural blue sky for you to just help you with that, putting your best foot forward. And then we also have marketing enhancements, which are just helping you to show off and gain some additional reach on your listing as well. Plus, then with every package you order through Virtuance, you're going to have access to our Virtuance marketing suite at no additional charge. So our marketing suite is our all-in-one marketing platform. It's our content delivery system. If you order anything through us, we're going to deliver it to you via the marketing suite. So once your order is ready, you'll be able to access any of that visual content that you have ordered through Virtuance. And from there, you can download anything, as I mentioned, that you ordered. Maybe it's video, maybe it's your immersive solutions. You can download your images in various formats. So we have websites formats, which are great for social media. We've got print formats, awesome for brochures, or we even have images that are sized specifically for your MLS. So if you guys have ever tried to adjust image size by yourself, I know I always struggle with it. It can be a big headache. If you just mention your MLS to us and just indicate who it's with, then what we can do is we'll automatically adjust those image sizes for you for your MLS. So a lot of really awesome features there. I won't go into all of the different features of the marketing suite, but just know there's a ton of really cool features. And then more specifically, one I do want to just point out is those single property listing websites. So think of the marketing suite as your back end or management system. And then that front end is your single property listing website, which is automatically all put together for you. You would just need to provide some additional information, like if you wanted a listing description with it, or if you wanted a custom URL, you can add that onto your package. But essentially, it's a website created solely for your property that you can use to share and promote your listing. So it's really cool. And from there, you can also measure your listings engagement and the viewership that it's earning. So a lot of really cool features with the Virtuance marketing suite. But like I said, it's included free with every single package that you order with us. You don't have to add it on. Again, it's how we'll deliver any of your content to you. Now, I do.
The question before you move on, sorry to interrupt, but we were just talking about this. So why would we have a single property marketing website? Why would we do that?
Absolutely. No, that's a fantastic question. So it actually can help with your SEO efforts. So if anyone's really focusing on SEO or search engine optimization, one thing to think about is how Google is essentially finding you, or how people are trying to find a listing in their area. So the single property listing websites are really nice and convenient to provide all the information on the property into one singular place. I know real estate professionals who have used the single property listing website to share images with their clients, so their clients can actually be experiencing that marketing as well, especially from like a seller's standpoint. They can see and view all of those different photos. But the best part about that single property listing website is it actually has free lead capture. So you don't have to go through a third party to generate leads. So what this has in it is it has a lead capture form that's at the bottom of the website. So if I go in and I'm searching and I land on your property and I fill out that information, it will automatically send you that leads information that they inserted to you directly, and it will be in your backend on your Virtuance marketing suite. So that way too, you're not spending extra money on a third party to capture leads. So that's really some awesome benefits of having a single property listing website.
So does that mean if I'm sitting in front of a listing and I want information and I type in the address, I'll see the single marketing website, or I can go to Zillow, Redfin, right? If I go to if the public goes to my single marketing website, I actually get the lead. If they go to Zillow, then the lead will go to someone else. Is that right? And this is why this is important for an agent that wants to capture more of their business that comes from single property websites.
Correct. And like we've
on every listing I have, folks.
And we have some really cool features built into it. So we've got, you can actually connect your social media handles. So I think it's Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So if you connect those through the marketing suite, we actually will create a link that you can easily share from the back end once you've set everything up. Like if you wanted to add any listing descriptions or any additional details on the property, we actually will connect to your social channel. So literally all you have to do is hit share and it will share it to your social media channel. So it's got a ton of really awesome features. It is a really great benefit, but yeah, I think the biggest thing is that lead capture form. Again, it goes straight to you. And it doesn't come at an additional charge. It's built in. We're not going to charge you for generating 10 leads. You get all of them and it's built into your website when you order with us.
Cool.
Awesome. Okay. Now let's talk about the partnership and specifically what you guys are all getting. So we've covered a lot of Virtuance features, but I do just want to make sure we take a couple of minutes to really just describe some of the benefits of this partnership. So you guys are going to get access to an exclusive partner discount. You're receiving 10% off all Virtuance services, which is why it's extremely important to activate your discount, which I'll have the QR code on the next page. But you'll also receive access to educational content. We've got webinars, we've got social media templates for your marketing efforts. We also have guides you can download. So a lot of really cool features there. You're going to get complimentary co-branded marketing materials. So one of those is the pre-shoot checklist. It's really great. I always say use the pre-shoot checklist to blame us, to basically tell your client to straighten up and clean up the house. But it's a really awesome detailed checklist that you can provide to your seller to say, hey, in order to make sure our images show up the best way possible, and we're really setting up that photo shoot for success, here's the list Virtuance recommends of all of the different things you should do in preparation for your photo shoot. So it's a really awesome detailed list. And then you'll also receive a Virtuance one-sheeter that essentially just describes our company in a quick summary, but is really great for any listing appointments to really showcase the different marketing that you're using. So those will be complimentary co-branded materials to receive. You'll have access to our amazing client success team. They're phenomenal, always ready to help you and eager to help you with any type of questions you may have or any issues you may be having. You're going to have the ability to order and schedule online 24/7 at your convenience. Plus, we also just introduced same-day shoots. So you can actually go in onto your, to order a shoot, and you will see populated, assuming we have a photographer available, you will see populated people who can actually photographers who can actually come out to capture your shoot today. And the best part about that is it's combined with our next day delivery. So typically when you order a shoot, one of our professional photographers will be out to capture your listing in 1 to 3 business days. And then we will always deliver your images by 5 p.m. the next day. That's our guaranteed deadline to you. Obviously the caveat of that is if you ordered a same day shoot, we would come out and shoot your property today. And then you would get your images tomorrow by 5 p.m. So we try to really just keep up with the pace of the industry. We know things need turned around pretty quickly. So we try to make sure that we can accommodate that for you. Additionally, you do, just on the delivery end, you do have the option to pay for rush delivery if you find yourself in need of that situation. So all that does is bumps that timeline up. So instead of receiving your images by 5 p.m. the next day, you would receive them by 12 p.m. the next day, so by noon. Now more on the partnership. Okay, so if you haven't had a chance to fill out this form yet, this is your next opportunity. So activating your discount, how essentially do you get access to that 10% off all Virtuance services? The absolute easiest thing you can do is scan this QR code or fill out that link that I put in the chat for anyone virtual. Fill out that form, and ultimately what that's doing is it tells us that you are part of Keller Williams Portland Premier, and you don't have to type in any promo codes. When you go to order, you will automatically see all of your preferred pricing. So when you go online to schedule your shoot, you should automatically see that 10% discount. So there'll be a little asterisk by your pricing that just indicates, hey, just so you know you're getting a discount on these services. So the easiest way to apply that discount, so we know to provide that to you, make sure you just take a moment to fill out that activation form. And best part about it today is if you fill out that form today, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win one of 2 free shoots. So definitely take some time to do that. And then as we wrap up here, I just want to explain what are the best ways to order. So I touched on this just a little bit, but I think the best way to order is going to be online, simply because it's 24/7. It's super convenient. So when you find yourself in need of a shoot, just go online, schedule 24/7 whenever you need that property shot. So all you would need to do is go out and fill out some basic information about the property, and you'll be able to see all of your different package options with your preferred pricing, and then also what photographers are available. Now that said, you can also, instead of scheduling online, say you wanted to talk to someone on the phone, you can also schedule if you call 1-844-443-7325. Our client success team is going to be there to help you and assist you and schedule your next shoot for you. So you have a couple different options if you find yourself in need to schedule a shoot, but they're both super easy to accommodate your needs. And that's it. That's all I've got for you guys. So I know I kind of whipped through all of that information. Hopefully you found some of that valuable. Again, we're just really excited to get this partnership started with you. This is your last chance if you haven't taken an opportunity to scan that QR code to fill out that form and activate your discount and also enter our drawing. But I do want to wrap up. If you guys ever have any questions throughout the duration of this partnership, you can always contact info@virtuance.com. And so our client success team will help you with anything you need. They're always open ears and ready and eager to help you. So with that, I do want to open it up if anyone has any questions, or Haley, I don't know if you saw any questions come through the chat, but we want to leave this open if any of you have any questions on Virtuance or services or partnership.
Is there any commercial application?
Yes, I use them.
Yes, we can shoot commercial properties.
Awesome.
Yeah, I made it easy. By the way, I had you take a photo, just so everyone knows, I had you take a photo of a commercial building that I had for lease that I had just painted and looked really good. And it had some browns on it, but when we got the photo back, it looked a little purple. And so we sent it back and said, hey, you got to change the tone because it went from brown to purple. So they did, they worked with us and they got it back to the original color.
That's great.
So, I mean, that is something that you would have to do because you'll find photos that the colors get a little bit distorted when they light them up or they change what, you know, the process with the HD reel. And sometimes the colors will change and sometimes your owners will say, that's not the color. Can you change that? So, you know, it's really a science as much as it is an art, and the art is in the photo taking and the science is in making it look the way you're going to capture business. So.
Absolutely. And just on top of that too, we try to, we ensure consistency, obviously, by having a network of photographers. A lot of times the question we get is, well, what if I want to work with just one person? Or what if this person shoots different than this one? Again, all of our photographers are trained exactly the same to capture space to ensure consistency. All of our photos go through HD raw image processing to ensure consistency. But then also on top of it, that I don't think a lot of people know is that we actually have a dedicated quality assurance team. So once those images are processed through HD Reel, we do get eyes on your images. So they're going through and just making sure there's no glaring things that went wrong that need to be adjusted before we deliver those images to you. Now, obviously, yes, if some colors aren't showing up correctly, we give us a call and we'll fix those right away. But yeah, we're doing everything in our power at the forefront. So hopefully you don't have to deal with us having to go back and change colors or change anything too often.
Lauren,
So, my question is, how many images do you get in the aerial shoot?
how many images in the aerial shoot, Rachel?
Haley, do you have that number off the top of your head?
I'm about to click on it.
Okay. I was gonna say, I've got our base package numbers pretty set in stone. Ariel, I know it's a little bit different.
We've gone through their aerials and we've picked the photos that we want. So we literally go through and say, stop, okay, that's the view we want, right? So.
So I believe we have 3 different packages to choose from. One is 10 exterior images. One is an HD Reel aerial video. And then the third package is the combination of both. So you get 10 images plus the aerial video.
And is there a package where you can do interior shots and aerial shots?
You would order a like aerial photo shoot separate than you would a ground package, but that's just because our aerial pilots are like, that's so much more complicated and so much more certification and insurance that they need that they're not always the same people that do the ground shoots. But we can also coordinate it to where we have the ground shoot happening and then immediately after you've got your aerial and drone happening so that they don't get in each other's way and that it's all happened at once. So it technically is ordered 2 different ways, or like 2 different photo shoots.
I think there's a discount for ordering both, as I recall, is that right? Isn't there a package price for ordering both?
There's a discount if you add on like a 3D tour to your ground photo package, but the aerial pricing is the same no matter what. Now your partnership discount would obviously apply to that. But the aerial image package is the same price whether you order it with a package or not, I believe. But I think what you're maybe thinking of is the 3D tours. Those you absolutely do get a discount on if you add it to a ground photo package.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Well, cool. A couple things that I was like really stood out to me was obviously the comparison of the photos. I'm a big proponent of like you want to drive as much traffic to the house as you can. But how many of you have ever like shown a house, like seen a house online, maybe it's like an older home, and you get there and you're like, wow, these rooms are small, right? Like I'm a big proponent of selling the house that you have and not distorting that, not having the images so distorted that people don't know what they're getting when they come in. So I love that like you show the house in its best light in reality, as opposed to using some super wide angle lens that distorts everything and makes it really, really difficult. So that's one of my favorite things in there. And then this is a silly one. I mean, you mentioned it, but I'm big on the pre-photo shoot checklist because one, I think it's like, your first showing starts online. It's like the photos are outside of price, the most important part of your marketing, I think. And so I always impress upon my clients how important that event is, having the house right for that event. And that checklist makes it a lot easier when you show up, because I've shown up before and I've literally moved piles of things from one room to the other while the photographer chases me around, and like nothing is more aggravating than that. And you hold your breath the whole time that it works out. So just that one little piece can just save you so much stress and make a much better experience. So I appreciate that. And then I just logged in. I just signed up too. And those stats are there about the 92% increase in their showings and the 88% sell faster. If we could get a piece on that, I would take that to every listing appointment and put it in front of my clients to say, hey, this is who I partner with. This is what you can expect. So
absolutely. Yep. We'll make sure we get you a flyer that includes those stats.
And we do have a marketing material piece on the island out there, and it does show the difference in photo quality, which is really simple. This is a listing tool, folks. I don't know how many times I've gone into listings and talked about the difference between my photography and the photography of the realtor. And not only the difference, but the order of the photos, like the order of the photos. Who we were just talking to in our coaching class, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
didn't put a backyard photo in because they thought it was,
I don't remember that.
it wouldn't do justice to the property. And we looked at the photo and said, oh my gosh, you have to get that in.
Yeah.
So photos are everything, and how you order them
Mhm.
is also important. And you can see how people, which photos they're spending the time looking at.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so how you order the photos is how you keep people on your website. And how the quality that you have is how you keep people on the website. And now you have a single property website if you're not using those. And I suppose there's realtors that are using you guys that create some sort of an additional flyer or eco flyer that says, go to my website, to view more on this house or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, so actually, on that topic, the marketing suite has a built-in brochure creator. So if you want to automatically create a brochure through a really easy tool, it automatically populates all your photos. Obviously, you have the option to customize it a little bit more. But yeah, you can actually go into the marketing suite and create your own brochure that's automatically tied to that listing.
Cool.
Yeah, so you could create a flyer on all of your signs that says, view the inside of this home on my website app. So they don't go to Trulia, Zillow, and Realtor.com, and then all those leads get sold to somebody else and get diverted to somebody else. So what you want is those names and numbers. And that by doing this, that's one way to capture more business for every listing that you have.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great points.
Well, thank you both. Great product, great relationship, really happy about it. And we're going to hear more from them throughout the year. And anybody have any other questions before we wrap it up? All right. Well, thank you so much. Hope to see you around.
Guys.
All right,
Thank you so
all.
much.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah.
Appreciate you as well. Bye.
Did you ever see two of our vendors smile as much as those two?
They're so nice.